This looks fun down here. We're about, let's see, we're 13 miles from the whitewash area, so we're about a quarter of the total loop, about half of the northern section. This has been an awesome mostly single track, but it's been really fun. Really cool to have something, a single track out here like this. Now this area has everything. There's sand dunes that are a blast. There's this awesome, almost 40-mile Enduro Loop. There's other trails all over the place, a few of which go down to the Green River. And then you can ride all the way over to Moab from here. It's actually not that far to Moab, where we camp off of Well Road up near Canyonlands. That's only about 20 or 25 miles using trails and roads, dirt roads to get over there. Oh, look at this. I think this is the video my dad saw online that he was like, I don't know if I want to do that. A little bit of exposure. Kind of reminds me of riding mountain bike at Fruta off of 18 Mile. Stuff kind of like that over there. How many people mountain bike this Enduro Loop. There's very little sand on it, so it actually would be a pretty decent mountain bike ride. Speaking of mountain bikers, yesterday we were out riding the dirt bikes on a really technical trail behind the sand dunes, and there's slick rock back there, and that's what makes it technical on the razors, and kind of on the dirt bikes, not too bad. My daughter on a KLX 140 was with us and did most of it. There's a few ledge type stuff that she needed help with. But anyways, came across two mountain bikers from Ogden, Utah, which is where I'm from. They were kind of lost. They had lost their trail map. They weren't exactly sure where they were, but they suspected they were headed in the right direction. So I had to help them navigate their way out of there. So score one for the dirt biker helping out the mountain biker situation, making friends. I asked them what they were driving, and they said a white VW van. So I laughed. And the W is soaking up the whoops. Oh, yeah, this W does way better than I thought in whoops. I'm really happy with it. Definitely not a motocross suspension, but it handles it. So anyways, it was their van, and they were super happy when I told them their cold drinks were only a mile away from them. I still got to work on the rebound on the rear end. This thing likes to pop up a little too easy. The rear end's kind of happy. It wants to smack my rear end. I think I need to dial in some more rebound dampening to slow it down. Ooh. Whoa, I should have gotten some speed for that one. Cool terrain in here. These little washes can be fun, but never quite sure how you're going to drop into them. Sometimes they can be really steep and almost more of a drop-off. With the lack of wind and the dust, just can't follow that close. my Honda would have stalled back there. Whoa, that was could have been bad if you hit that. These 300s are amazing. You can lug the motor and they're almost impossible to stall. After just a few miles on this trail, about 5 miles, we stopped. Make sure Nate was doing okay and GoPro was filming. So we had lots of battery issues with the GoPros. Guess it's time for a new one. But I asked Nate, I said, are you happy to be on the Beta instead of the Honda 450? And he was like, oh yeah. The motocross bikes, they just beat you up on this kind of stuff. The suspension's too stiff. The 450 weighs a ton more, so it takes a lot more energy to ride. Yesterday when I got on my 450 for, I don't know, I think I rode it about an hour. I immediately realized that this bike, I'd been riding my 300 for the first part of the day, then jumped on the 450, and immediately realized that this bike takes a lot more energy and strength to ride. As soon as I got on the 450, I was ready to see camp. Like, this bike is taking a lot, whoa, that rock, taking a lot of energy to ride. So, I don't know, I might be putting my Honda up for sale. I just don't see riding it much anymore after getting this 300. The only thing that Honda's better for is the track, and I don't really ride the track much these days.